37, and I'm going to play Halo Wars. As always, this is live commentary, and I'm going to be playing against random opponents chosen by the matchmaking system. So, I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen next. I might even lose. So, without further ado, let's play Halo Wars. So, as some of you remember, I tried playing this on the PC and it was terrible. Click that icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I tried this on the PC and it was just awful, man. So, yeah, for starters, the controls were not very good. They didn't actually map a function to queue up units. It's impossible to do that with keyboard and mouse. No, it's not queue up units, but queue up movements and actions. You're supposed to, on the controller, you should be able to hold down the X button and it queues up stuff for you. But on the PC, no such function exists. Which is kind of the whole point of the game, to be able to, you know, send your units to do stuff so that they work on their own while you do something else. That's the whole point of queuing up units. Hold down the X button. Like right now, I select my chopper and I hold down the X button.
Got it.
See, there you go. So now, as soon as the chopper's done eating the supplies, he'll automatically go to this waypoint after he's done. So it's pretty cool. You queue up units.
Leader temple.
You can queue up to like 2 or 3 different actions. See, and off he goes. Oh, whoops. Oh, this guy resigned? What's going on, I wonder? I don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's what you're supposed to be able to do. You should be able to do that on the PC as well, but for some reason you can't. So I don't know why that is. Yeah. So I don't know why that happened, but hopefully they will do a patch in the game. I guess that's why it's early access. When you start up the definitive edition, it says early access on it. Which doesn't make any sense because the game is 8 years old. You can't have early access on an 8-year-old game. But anyway, yeah, maybe they'll do a patch later on to incorporate that in. And then maybe the PC version might be worth playing, but at the moment it's not. You're not even ranked. There's no ranks. Nobody has a rank. So there's no way to ensure that you can get matched up with other people around your rank. So at the moment, there's really no reason to play Definitive Edition whatsoever, unless you want to play Blood River a little bit more often. Blood River.
All units.
Blood River is maybe the only reason why someone might want to play Definitive Edition. Other than that, there's really no reason to play it on the PC. There's really no reason for it. So we will have to see how this goes. So now I'm going to queue up this unit to go over here, because I've memorized the locations of all of the supply crates.
Leader temple complete.
Chieftain, ready to fight. What? Easy enough.
Sure.
Ready. Point me at him. As you wish. What?
I'm gonna have to go over here. It took. I was a little late with queuing up my brute, but hopefully that shouldn't be that bad.
On my way.
I almost forgot about that brute. So I queued him up a few seconds late. See, the brute should be coming out right now. Oh, that brute was actually really late.
Complete. Enemy engagement.
Brute here. Ready.
Ah, brute's really late.
What now?
All units.
Moving.
Local units.
Let's go. You got it. Yeah?
All units.
Why not? I'll do it. What do you want?
Brute's really late, but hopefully it won't cost us the game. Hey, there's another chopper over there.
What now?
Local units.
The brute is late, but I still got here before my opponent did. That's what really matters.
Ready. Of course.
All units.
Yes. Where to?
Okay, good.
Moving.
I'll have to do defense gauntlet.
Going.
Local units.
Yes.
Local units.
Point
There
me
we
at
go.
him.
Warehouse.
Put him
complete.
in there.
Defense gauntlet. Research.
Yes. Racing to the kill.
All units.
Ready.
Local units.
Yes.
Local units.
Point me at him. Yeah. Yes.
Warehouse complete. You are victorious.
Okay, that was weird. That's that. Well, at least I got to play on Blood River without having to do Definitive Edition. That's a plus. I got to play on Blood River without having to do Definitive Edition. So that is awesome. Yeah, Definitive Edition is not... I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not going to do it again. I'm probably not. Unless it gets more players. There's very few players on playing that game. This is weird. Because even though the game is 8 years old, Definitive Edition is still fairly new. But still, you know, only for people who pre-ordered Halo Wars 2. And I suppose not very many people pre-ordered it. But yeah, I did not get a chance to do very much of the Halo Wars 2 beta at all because I was way too busy with work, regrettably. But it's not too long before the game is fully released, so I'll be able to play it then. So that's awesome. So that is awesome. Hopefully it'll be good when it is released. That way I can play it instead of having to play normal Halo Wars. But if it turns out that Halo Wars 2 is just so bad that it's unplayable, in worst case scenario, I'll just stick with or the original Halo Wars. True Blue 253. That's pretty cool. He used a 3 as the letter E. That's clever. Let's see what we got now.
All units.
And we're doing Blood River. We haven't done Blood River twice in a row in forever.
On my way. On it.
We haven't done Blood River twice in a row in forever. Forever.
Leader temple complete.
Easy enough.
All
Now this
units.
time I was on time
Yes. Point
with
me at
everything.
him. What do you want?
This time I was on time with making my brute. I did not delay.
Yeah.
Local units.
Got it. Ready.
There's the brute.
Ready to go.
I only make one brute on these types of maps
Local
because more than one brute is kind of ridiculous.
Got it.
It's a waste. One brute is enough. I just make one brute and put them in there. The rest of them I just do jackals. More than one brute tends to be a waste of time and a waste of money.
Local units.
Where to?
So let's see what we got here.
Warehouse complete. Out of resources. Power terminated.
What do you want? Huh? What do you want?
I'll make another one of these. And another jackal. As soon as I can. Here we go.
Going.
Local units.
Moving. Rolling out.
And I'll queue up that chopper to go over there. One brute is enough for these types of maps, because when you get more than one brute, it tends to take way too long, and it's too much,
Local
you know,
units.
too many supplies that could be better spent elsewhere.
Where to?
Jackals are much better to have in these things than brutes are.
Warehouse
Although,
complete.
if you're fending off warthogs, brutes are better in cover against warthogs. They take very little damage from the warthogs, and they deal quite a bit of damage to the warthogs, if they can hit their target, of course. But yeah, but against infantry, jackals in cover are the best.
Now.
Hands down. Hands down. What is all of this?
Local
I'll
units.
do it. Huh?
Warehouse complete.
Ready. Moving.
Local units.
He's doing 2 reactors.
Point me at him.
All units.
Easy enough. Rolling. Ready.
Local units.
What now? As you wish.
Reactor claimed.
Ready. You got it.
Citadel upgrade complete.
What is he doing? Just sitting there waiting.
Warehouse upgraded.
I have to do
What
beam
do you
rifle.
want?
Warehouse upgraded. All units.
On my way.
Oh, they missed. He couldn't get me.
Of course. Ramming. Yes. Got it.
So he obviously plans on building something right there, and the question is what? This empty slot. It's either probably going to be either a vehicle depot or an air pad.
Not.
Beam rifle research. Local units.
What is it?
Moving.
Nothing so far.
Yeah.
Inheritance research.
Yes. Yeah.
Summit complete.
Oh.
About time.
Responding. Spartans in the fight. Here comes.
Huh? Yeah.
They can die.
What do you want?
Okay, so that is awesome.
Of course.
What's he building now? Air pad.
All units. Enemy engagement.
What? Yeah.
Okay. That air pad should not be a problem. All I have to do is make vampires. Vampires. Vampire? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, because I already had a summit.
What do you want?
I was almost thinking to myself, how did that vampire get built so fast? But he's got... Oh, what in the heck is he doing? Crazy, I tell you. That is crazy, I tell you. Blood River. Well, it's nice that I got Blood River twice in a row. That's always nice. I rarely ever get Blood River. Some of you long-time fans of my channel will know that I rarely ever get Blood River, and when I do, it's always a treat. And I have absolutely no idea why Blood River is so rare, because Barrens comes up more than twice as often as Blood River does. If you go through my videos, if you don't believe me, you can see Barrens comes up about twice as often as Blood River, even though they're both DLC maps. Then they should both come up about equally. But they don't. But why is that? Nobody really knows. Nobody knows the answer. The answer. I have no idea why that happens. It's crazy, I tell you. So let's see what this is going to be. What is this? It says still unemployed. What in the heck is that supposed to mean? Still unemployed. And of course he's unemployed because he's sitting around playing video games. This is what a lot of people will say once they read that gamer tag. But I won't say that because I know better.
Yes.
Just because he's sitting around playing video games does not mean that he's unemployed.
Local units.
Rolling out.
Let's see. The Arbiter. I wonder what he's gonna do. I wonder if he's gonna try doing one of those Arbiter rushes. Yeah, I might be able to. I might be able to trick him into thinking I'm doing one of those Chieftain rushes. I might be able to do that.
Where to? Where to?
I'll pretend like I'm gonna rush, but I'm not actually gonna rush.
On it. Yeah. You got it.
I might be able to scare him into building a couple turrets, wasting his money.
Of course. Yes.
Warehouse complete.
All that needs to happen is that Ghost needs to come
Point me
over
at
here,
Huh?
and the Ghost will see
Engines running.
that my base is locked.
Yes.
Warehouse upgraded.
I think I'll do a haul after this.
Easy. Ready to roll.
Enemy engagement.
What? His temple? He
Local
built his...
units.
Oh wow, man, he built his temple third.
Lead us.
Base under attack.
Got it. Engines running. What? Lead us.
New! Oh, dang it! Ah! He killed my chopper.
Ready. About time.
Warehouse upgraded.
He killed my chopper.
Enemy engagement.
Point me at him. Yes.
My chieftain is taking damage. I need those jackals to hurry up. He killed my chopper. I should have been. I was gonna try to bait the arbiter into trying to kill my chopper, and then I would have moved my chopper away at the last minute. But I was not paying attention.
Ready.
Local units.
Moving.
Let's just I'll kill his
Defense
thing.
gauntlet. Research.
Yay!
Going.
Local units.
I use my jackal to eat that. Defense gauntlet is done. What in the heck is he doing?
Where to? Yeah. I'll get it.
Warehouse upgraded.
What do you want?
Local units.
What do you want?
Local units.
Yeah.
Local units.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird.
Ready. Easy enough.
Local units.
What do you want?
Local units.
I need to make sure he's not building a base over there. Which he might be trying to do.
Yes.
Enemy engagement.
There's nothing over here.
Local units.
Okay.
Hall complete.
Yes.
Local units.
Yeah. About time.
Local units.
Where to?
I need my jackals over here as soon as possible.
Local units. Reactor claim.
What do you want? What do you want? Where
His arbiter is taking damage.
going?
He probably teleported away.
You got it.
It looks like he did.
Beam rifle.
Looks like he
research.
did. Beam rifle is done. I should probably do Supreme Gauntlet while I'm at it.
As you wish.
I'm gonna have to see if he's trying to build
Yes.
something else over there.
Local units.
What now?
He might be trying to do a one of those things. I forgot what it's called.
What?
Nope. I might not have time for Supreme Gauntlet. Probably don't have time for Supreme Gauntlet. I just gotta work now. You know what I'll do is I'll make another base over here.
What do you want?
Local units.
Attacking. Where to?
Local units.
Good God. Point me at it.
Citadel upgrade complete. Local units.
What do you want? What now?
Okay. That was weird.
Local
He still
units.
doesn't yet have too big of a lead on me.
Local
He killed
units.
some of my units, but then I killed some of his units. He has a little bit of a lead, but not too much. I just need to make sure he's not building a base for himself.
What do you want?
I need to go over there immediately and see if he's building a summit. If he is, I need to build a summit for myself.
Warehouse complete. Local units.
Probably is.
Moving.
He is.
Going.
He has a summit.
Local units. Local units.
What do you want? You got it.
Enemy engagement.
As you wish.
Local units. You are victorious.
Alright, he resigned. Okay, well, that was pretty easy. All I had to do to make him resign was make him, was kill his arbiter. He almost killed my chieftain, but chieftain has more health. And, his arbiter was constantly under fire from my jackals. You know, instead of attacking my base, he should have done the smart thing and taken over one of these reactors. I mean, he sent his arbiter over there at one point, but then he didn't do anything. He didn't drop any units over there. Does he have a hull? No, he doesn't have a hull. Why not have a hull, man? It doesn't even make any sense. Why would you not have a hull? You need to get in. Oh my God, man. So here's the thing. So arbiter was trying to take over this thing, this reactor, by using suicide grunts instead of using real infantry. Okay, that's a bad idea for several reasons. First of all, the suicide grunts take way too long to make. It's much faster to make a jackal, because the thing is, the arbiter was sitting by this reactor doing nothing, waiting for the suicide grunts to be built. Meanwhile, I was running up and I was using my jackals to get him in, and the jackals train far faster than suicide grunts do. Make a jackal, train it, boom, it's done. Whereas with the suicide grunt, you start training it, and it takes quite a bit of time. It takes almost as much time as a brute takes to train. So either suicide grunts, just special units in general for the Covenant are just not very reliable for that type of thing. They take way too long to make. If you get up to the reactor, you need to take it over immediately. You can't stand around the reactor and wait a whole long time before a unit is able to get to you. You need to have an infantry unit now. And he wasn't able to do that. He was trying to count on suicide grunts the whole time, and that just doesn't work. Suicide grunts are okay for a few things, but if you're going to count on suicide grunts to get you through the entire game, that's not possible. Suicide grunts cannot carry you through the entire game. They're just not reliable enough for that. Suicide grunts. Suicide grunts. Suicide grunts, I really want to shout it out. Suicide grunts, I want the world to know. Suicide grunts, I really want to shout it out. Suicide grunts with you. That's actually a that's actually a line from the All Grown Up theme song on Nickelodeon. All Grown Up. It's about the Rugrats as bigger kids instead of babies.
All units.
The show itself is kind of boring, but the theme song is really good.
On it. Got it. Yes.
I actually prefer the original Rugrats over All Grown Up. I've seen some of the All Grown Up episodes, and it was really... I saw All Growed Up,
Units.
which is
I'll do it.
an episode of Rugrats, but it functioned as the pilot episode for All Grown Up.
What now?
All Growed Up was pretty good. I just haven't watched...
Leader
I've watched a
temple
few
complete.
episodes of All Grown Up,
Ready for battle.
but I have not a lot.
Of course.
Oops.
All units.
Rolling out. What?
Not a lot of episodes. What in the
All
heck,
units.
man? Can you just go over
On
here?
my way. Yes. Ready.
All units.
Of course. What now?
Hall complete.
What do you want?
Local units.
Let's go. Uh-huh. Yes. Point me at him. Huh?
Local units.
On it. Where to? Huh?
Okay,
Point me at him.
here we go.
Warehouse complete. Local units.
What now?
Local units.
Point me at him.
Do that, and now I'll do another warehouse. As soon as possible.
Huh?
Local units.
Ready as you wish.
Then I'll do defense gauntlet, and then I'll go over there and take over this reactor.
All units.
I wonder what that guy is doing.
Yeah.
Local units.
Aural 25.
Ready.
Aural.
Now.
His name is Aural. That's a pretty fun name. Aural.
Defense gauntlet.
That's pretty
Research.
funny. I like funny gamer tags.
Yeah.
Like Furry Worry 7. That's pretty funny. Oh, what in the heck is this? A whole bunch of people coming from the
Enemy
left.
engagement.
A whole bunch of Warthogs. What is he doing? I'm gonna make a turret just in case he wants to rush me or something.
Out of resources. Power terminal. Local units.
Ready.
Okay.
What?
Warehouse.
That was
complete.
weird.
Point me at him. Where to? Ready to go. Huh? Where to?
All units.
I'll do it. Ready. About time.
Turret complete.
Do a fuel rod on that turret. Then I'm gonna have to make, God, I tell you.
All units.
Get my chopper out of there. Nope,
Local
she didn't
units.
get the chopper out fast enough.
What now?
Reactor claimed. Local units. Local units.
Yes. Easy enough.
All grown up with
You are
you.
victorious.
Oh wow. Oral resign. What is he doing, man? What is he doing? How does he think that warthogs are gonna be able to help? What, he didn't even use the wart. He didn't even do anything with the warthogs. He made the warthogs for nothing. He didn't rush with them. He didn't do anything. He didn't do absolutely anything with the warthogs. They were useless. He on the money he was spent on warthogs. He could have not made warthogs. Possibly made a what the heck is he doing? You don't need all of that stuff. You know, you build a reactor and then do gunner. Is that what he did? You don't need gunner warthogs. Okay. So instead of building a reactor and building warthogs and upgraded the gunner, what he could have done was made another barracks. That's probably what I would have suggested to him if he couldn't. If he can't take over this thing fast enough, build another barracks, build a supply thing, start double pumping the flamethrowers. Get a marine in here, get some flamethrowers around it, and then that's gonna be your that's gonna serve as your supply flow. Then you take over this thing, which is really easy. All you need is like maybe 3 marines. Maybe put a few flamethrowers in it around it for protection. And then that's your reactor. That's gonna let you upgrade and all that stuff. Although the best option for him would have been to take this over immediately. Just send 1 marine and a warthog. Send the warthog in first so that the sentinels are distracted by the warthog. Then while the sentinels are distracted, send in the marine, put the marine in there. It's a lot like the strategy I used with my brute. See, I sent my chieftain in here first. When I took over this supply elevator, there were 2 sentinels all around it, and I sent my chieftain in first. And the sentinels were attacking the chieftain. Of course, it didn't do too much damage because the chieftain has tons of health. The brute, however, does not have tons of health. If I had sent in the brute alone without help from the chieftain, then the brute might not have made it. I mean, look at this. His health bar is all the way down to here, even though he's been in cover the whole time. So, yeah. Well, he needs a tank. He needs someone to tank the damage for him, distract the enemies, so that the brute can get in unharmed. Relatively unharmed. You can do the same. The UNSC can do the same thing with warthogs and marines. Make 1 marine. Have you don't have to make a warthog because you already start the game with 1. Use the warthog to approach this area, so that to distract the sentinels, get their attention, and then make sure that the marine is trailing behind the warthog. Once the warthog got the units distracted, put the marine in there, and it's taken over. Once the marine is inside of there, he can take care of himself. He doesn't need the warthog for protection anymore. All he has to do is get in cover, and he's got it made in the shade. Made in the shade. That's how you do it. That's what I would have recommended to him. To get that thing taken over as soon as possible before I do. If he can't do it that fast, then make 2 barracks and double pump your flamethrowers. And upgrade them as soon as you overtake the reactor. That's what I would have recommended to him. Make 2 barracks. Because one barracks ends with S. So if you want to have plural barracks, then you're going to have to put ES on the end of it to make barrackses. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that that's how it works. Barracks already ends in S, so to make it plural, they add ES onto the end of it. Barrackses. You need 2 barrackses. Unless barracks is one of those words that's the same, both plural and singular. Like moose.
All units.
When you have 2 moose,
Of course.
you just have 2 moose. You don't have mooses.
Local units.
Rolling out.
But moose doesn't actually end with S. It just ends with the S sound. Oh, dang, I need to do a haul. Okay.
Tell me where.
Leader temple complete.
Chieftain.
What else? What other word? I can't think of a word that's...
Where to?
Oh, dang, I forgot that thing up there.
Huh?
The supply
Please,
crates.
enough. Tell me where. Yes.
I
what?
need those supply crates.
All units.
I'll have to send the chopper back up here when he's done.
Enemy engagement. Hall complete.
See, look at this. The sentinels are
units.
distracted by the chieftain.
Moving. What now?
So then the brute is able to get in unhindered.
Point me at him. Ready.
Local units.
Why not?
Wait a minute.
Enemy
No, no, don't do that, man.
engagement. Local units.
Ready.
Local units.
Where to? Of course. What?
What does he got over here? Brutes? See, this guy is making more than one brute. He obviously has not paid attention to my videos. Come on.
Where to? As
The Vortex... What rank is he? He's a general? He should know better than that. Why is he using Vortex on a covered jackal?
Local units.
A jackal that is in cover is a covered jackal.
yes.
Local
I came up with
units.
that all by myself. I made that up. Yeah. He should know better than to waste his vortex on something like that. What is he doing? What is he doing, I ask you?
Ready. Where to?
Alright, that's the end of it.
Defense gauntlet. Researched.
About time.
Because he might be trying to take over this reactor, or maybe that reactor. Probably that one.
Warehouse
I haven't seen him yet. He's probably trying to take over one of those reactors. He probably is.
What
He's trying to take over one of those reactors. I bet you he is.
Ready. Going.
I need to get over there.
Upgraded.
Yeah.
What does he have? Nothing
What?
yet?
All units.
I'll do it.
Enemy engagement. Warehouse upgraded.
Want. What now?
You know what? I need
Enemy
Yeah.
I need two hulls. I'm not gonna be able to do beam rifle yet.
Local units.
What now?
Enemy engagement.
Moving. Point me at him. What do you want?
Local units.
What do you want? Sweep 'em up. Now. Yes.
Local units.
Now get in, man, get in, Jackal. Get in.
Local units.
Get in there, man.
Local units.
Where to?
Yes, he's in.
Where to?
And the chieftain is gonna die. He's dead. Okay, well, now you know. Now, well, that's pretty cool, man. That's very, very cool because I explained to everybody that you should make only one brute, and more than one brute is a waste. And here comes this guy making two brutes, trying to think he can get away with it. You can't get away with it. Nah. He's trying to get away with making two brutes. He's trying to get away with it. I just haven't said the phrase get away with it in a long time, so I just want an excuse to say the phrase get away with it. Because that's a cool phrase. Get away with it. Get away with it. He can't get away with it. He can't. He can't get away with it. So, yeah, he's not getting away with it. Which is very true. So, the reason why you should make only one of them, one brute, if you want to make brutes at all, just make one. Two is a waste. Even one, you could argue, is a waste, but one is okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. Two is bad, because first of all, for example, you take my strategy. I make one brute because it's the fastest unit I can make. I always do a temple first, and you can't make any units from the temple except for a unique unit, which is an infantry unit. And so, as soon as your temple is built, as soon as my temple is built, I always build a hall. But I don't just sit around and wait for the hall to get finished so that I can make a jackal. I go in there immediately and go in with the only unit I have at the moment, which is a brute. So, brute is the only thing I'm able to make, so I just make that. That's why I make one brute and put it in. After this brute is in, the hall gets finished. Hall doesn't take very long to make. So after this brute is in, there's no need to make brutes anymore because I have a hole now. I can make real infantry, like jackals. So after that, there's no need to make brutes anymore. But if I did try to make another brute, even though I already had a hole, a couple things would happen. First of all, the brute would take a little bit too long to make. Brutes cost, and they would cost a little bit too many supplies. Brutes cost 150 supplies. They take longer to make than normal infantry units, and they have very, very low accuracy. Even at point-blank range, it's very difficult for brutes to hit their target. Brutes can do a lot of damage if they manage to hit, but their accuracy is so low that they rarely ever get a hit in. They have high damage per hit, but they have low damage per second. That's a good way to describe brutes. High damage per hit, low damage per second. So that's the reason why. It's not that brutes are a bad investment. It's just that the other infantry units like jackals are just so much better that it makes brutes look bad in comparison. They're not bad units. They just look bad when you compare them to everyone else. That's the thing about brutes. Jackals are so much more of a logical choice to put inside cover. They cost less, they train faster, and they have very good accuracy, and they are super effective against infantry, which infantry units are the only ones who can take these things over. So if you put in a jackal, you're guaranteed. If you put a jackal in this supply elevator, you're guaranteed to come up against other infantry units. So the jackal will have plenty of things to do while he's in there. So there's no real need to build more than one of them. One brute is okay. Two brutes is not. What? I love the way I said that. One brute is okay. Two brutes is not. But yeah, it's just impossible. The numbers just don't work out, especially in the beginning of the game when you don't have very many supplies anyway. Every supply is precious. You cannot spend one single supply unless you're 100% sure that it's necessary. And if there are cheaper alternatives out there that will work, you gotta use them. Jackals are cheaper than brutes, and they work. So, we gotta use them. Makes sense. Okay, so what did this release? Curvy Rock 007938. Okay, let's try this
All
one.
units.
Got it. On it.
He's a recruit rank. He's a chieftain. I wonder if he's gonna try doing one of those chieftain wushes. Chieftain wushes. Well, if he does try doing one of those wushes, I'll be ready for him.
Local units.
I'll do it.
Chieftain wushes.
Leader temple complete.
Chieftain's here.
Local units.
What? Moving. Engines running. Why not?
If he does do a chieftain rush, I shall make inheritance immediately.
What do you want?
Chieftains, I think, are the best leader for combating chieftain rushes. Well, one of the best.
Warehouse complete.
They're pretty good. They rank very highly because
All
with
set.
if you're playing as the chieftain and another chieftain is rushing you, all you have to do is upgrade to
Warehouse upgraded.
inheritance. Upgrade your hammer to inheritance, and you'll be able to stun lock all of the brutes one by one. And of course, it's going to be impossible for him to destroy your base if he doesn't have any brutes. Use inheritance, kill each of the brutes,
Of course.
and then after the brutes are dead, you can focus on the other chieftain. But
What do you want?
it's actually very easy
Easy enough.
to fend off against chieftain rushes while playing as the chieftain. It's very easy
Fuel up.
to do that.
Rolling. Where to? Point me at him.
Warehouse upgraded.
What? Going.
Warehouse
Tell
complete.
me where. On my way. You got
But it looks like he may not rush after all.
Point me at him. What now? What now? Point me at him.
Warehouse upgraded. Citadel upgrade complete. Hall complete.
Point me at
What?
him.
And maybe he was planning to rush. He's just very late with getting here.
Ready. Moving.
All units.
Aw.
Yeah. What? Of course.
Warehouse complete.
As you wish. Easy enough.
All units.
Got it. Where to? What now? Going.
Defense gauntlet. Research.
What?
Local units.
On it. I'll do it.
Warehouse upgraded.
Now.
Warehouse complete.
You got it.
Warehouse upgraded. All units.
Of course, point me
Okay,
Adam.
so I don't know what he's doing. He might be trying to rush, but he might not be trying to rush.
Yeah.
What if he is? What if he's not? What is
All
he doing?
units.
Why do you have all these people scattered around?
Ready.
I don't know why he has them. What I'll do is I will go in and I'll kill all those units right now because it's starting to scare me. He might try to bring over his chieftain to try to kill my units.
What now? What do you want?
He might try it, so I'm just going to get him just in case he tries it.
About time.
Local units.
Sounds like fun.
Local units. Local units.
What?
Local units.
His chieftain is dying.
Local units.
Okay, that
All
works.
units.
Rolling out. Yes.
So now that delayed him for a little bit. That gives me some time to
All units.
get everything
Agent
ready.
out. Research.
I'm gonna get another base
Of course.
and get beam rifle.
Want.
I'll build locust and then I'll get him with the locust.
Local units.
What?
So that looks awesome. It looks like a
Enemy
plan.
engagement. Local units.
Moving. Rolling.
Local units.
Where to?
Beam rifle research.
Awesome.
Local units.
That's the end of it.
Yes.
Inheritance research.
Going.
All units.
On my way.
So this should be an easy game. I should destroy this to a summit.
What do you want?
Local units.
He still doesn't have any
Local units.
On it. I'll do it. What?
anything in those empty spots.
What do you want?
You should build a warehouse there.
Outpost ready.
He should build a warehouse there.
Yes. Now.
Birthright research. Summit complete. Keep upgrade complete. Factory complete.
Ready. What do you want?
Engineer ready.
So, we're almost ready. Once I get some engineers over here, I'll be able to heal up these jackals that are seriously injured. And then I'll be able to get him.
Warehouse.
Get him, get him, get him.
Local units.
Command.
So I'll send this guy over here.
Engineer ready.
Lead us.
All units.
Of course. Prepare. What?
Warehouse Warehouse complete.
Ready to fire. Relocating. Moving out. What do you want?
What is wrong with this thing?
Fire.
Okay,
Targets engaged.
we're ready.
Tell us where. Firing now. Where to? What now?
Warehouse upgraded.
Awesome. The jackals are taking care of them like
You
nothing.
are victorious.
And that's it. So, what I would suggest to him is to never, ever, ever have empty base sites on your base. Empty building sites. I should say, empty building sites on your base. You should never have them. If you don't know what to build, you should build a warehouse until you figure something out. Build a warehouse or a supply pad, and then as soon as you figure out what you need, you can just destroy your warehouse or supply pad and then build something else there. Or you could just simply upgrade your base to get an extra slot, and then after your base is upgraded, you'll have a free building slot. Build whatever you want on there. But never just leave a site empty. You should always have each of your base sites producing something, being of some use. Empty base site is not being used for anything. You might as well just build a warehouse on it. That way, at the very least, it can get you supplies. That is what I would recommend to him as step number 1. Always have something on your base at all times. You should always keep your people busy. Busy, busy, busy. We evil magicians gotta make a living too, you know. That's from one of the Frosty the Snowman movies, of which there are tons of them. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Frosty Returns. Pretty sure it was Frosty Returns. Yeah, I think it was Frosty Returns. Frosty Returns. I've got to get busy, busy, busy. Yeah, I think it was Frosty Returns. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 80% sure it was Frosty Returns.
All units.
Okay, so what do we got here? CABRERVS.
Local units.
Doesn't have a rank.
Local units.
Move.
CABRERVS. CABRERVS.
Leader temple complete.
I don't even know what that's supposed to
Ready.
mean.
All set. What now? Ready to go. Going.
Local units.
Of course. What do you want? Yeah.
Warehouse complete.
Moving. Ready to roll. Got it. What now?
Warehouse upgraded.
Uh-huh.
Local units.
Rolling out. Ready.
Okay.
As you wish.
Hall complete.
Easy enough. Lead us. Rolling.
Awesome, that's
What
working.
now?
I'm going to get my jackals in there as soon as possible.
You got it.
Local units.
On it. Yeah.
Local units. Local units. Warehouse complete.
Come on, get in.
Where to? Yeah.
Okay, my chieftain took about half damage, but
What now?
that's okay because he's surrounded by jackals that can help him fight if he gets in trouble. I just gotta be careful with the chieftain, not let him take too much damage. He cannot take too much damage.
Warehouse complete.
Where to?
All units.
I'll do it.
Defense gauntlet. Research. Enemy engagement. Warehouse upgrade.
On my way.
What's he got over here? Reactor. He doesn't have any unit buildings. He might be trying to make only Warthogs and nothing else, but he might just be saving up his money to try to get tech level 2.
Where to? Of course. Yes. Point me at him. About time. Yes.
Local units.
Ready. Where to?
Okay, I'm gonna run my chieftain out of there.
What do you want?
Oh, come on, man. Before he gets too much, takes too much damage. Too late, he already took too much damage.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, looks like I'm just gonna have to solve this problem by making a...
All units.
Why not? What now?
I don't need a banshee. I'm just gonna go right ahead and make an engineer.
Local units.
I'll make an engineer and use that to heal the chieftain.
Point me at him. Now.
Local units. Age of Doubt. Research.
Where to?
All units.
Moving. Of course.
Summit complete.
Huh? What do you want?
I was going to make beam rifle, but it looks like my opponent is making scorpions.
About time.
Inheritance research. Bonded shield research. Engineer ready. Warehouse complete.
Okay,
What
good.
now? What do you
Local
want?
units.
Ready. Going.
Engineer ready.
Yeah.
Local units.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. Looks like we got everything so far.
Good is done.
Earthright research.
Where to?
Yeah, I don't need to upgrade to Age of Reclamation just yet, but I might upgrade to
Spirit
Beam
Bomb.
Rifle after this
Research.
thing is finished.
What?
Awesome! I think that's all we need. I'm
All
going
units.
to destroy my opponent's base pretty soon.
Yeah. What do you want?
Enemy engagement. Local units. Beam rifle research.
Okay. That should work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
Pretty soon. I think I should destroy one of these warehouses, but I don't really need to. I was going to destroy a warehouse and put a factory on that, but
What?
I don't really need a factory that fast, do I?
Boost research.
Ready.
All units.
Boosters on. What?
Enemy engagement.
Boost engage. What now?
There we go.
Factory complete.
Ready. As you wish.
Age of reclamation. Research.
Locusts. We are very close to ending the game. I'm just gonna make a couple locusts and then we'll be done with it.
Where to?
And then we'll be done with it.
Yes. Locust.
Warehouse complete.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, I didn't even put the flag on the base.
Local units.
What now? Yes. Your order.
Whoops, that locust is way too close.
Local units. Warehouse complete.
What now? Rally. Your orders. Relocating. What now? Ready to fire. We see the target. Where to? Going.
Warehouse upgraded. Warehouse upgraded.
Oh my god, man, they killed my thing. Awesome. Okay, well, at least the Chieftain will be able to get him. Chieftain can't get him, right? How close is the Destiny? It's still over half away. Half a bar away.
Local units.
Destiny.
I'll do. As you wish.
Enemy engagement.
Yeah. I got this.
Destiny. Research. Local units.
Ready for orders. What?
Okay, that should work.
Easy enough.
Local units.
What?
Local units.
After this might be the end of the game. After this one,
What now?
this might be the end of the game. After this,
Going.
I may have to.
Yeah.
Figure something out. Oh, is he shooting my thing, Locust? He is shooting my Locust, isn't he? Here's your name.
Look here. Where to? Moving.
He's shooting my Locust.
All units.
Attack run commencing. Point me at him. Good as dead.
Local units.
Look quickly now, sir. Manji, ready for order. Ready.
Okay.
Manji, in the air.
I think that'll be good enough. Okay, in that case, all I have to do is wait.
We are engaging. Yes.
multiple units.
Fire! Blocking target.
And then we will go.
Look.
Yes.
Repeating cannon research.
So that was interesting. Yeah, I would suggest to this player to always try and get the secondary supply elevators. These things are amazing. They're invaluable. Get them no matter what it takes. Whatever it takes, get them. Because these things are amazing. They get you tons of supplies. Tons. Even if the supply pads you already have aren't upgraded, these things are just as good, or if not better, than an upgraded supply pad. So these things are absolutely amazing. Take them over immediately. That's one of the first things I would suggest to this kid. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Make sure you please click that icon up there to see my my Halo Wars videos, and also make sure to watch my other videos like my Dark Souls and Batman and other videos. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.